I think we're live. I don't ever know with OBS anymore if it decides to respond or not first time. It gets a bit funny. Let's have a look. Are we working? Let's find out. I think we're good. Right. Hello. Hopefully people in chat can you tell me if I'm actually live. But hello everyone and welcome back. Pro Season Mode Round 2 of the season. There effectively is your results from Round 1. Hello to everyone, Calper, Ultraman and Kirk. Hopefully you're all good evening, boys. But yeah, there we are then. The results from Round 1 actually went quite well for us at Red Bull. Esteban Ocon and Carlos Sainz, Romain Grosjean, Hulkenberg all doing very well. My main man, Jolyon Palmer, bagging 2 points in the first round of the season, as well as Lance Stroll scoring a point. So it was quite an odd race, I think we can all safely say. It was actually, what, 2 weeks ago now I recorded the first round? Well, streamed the first round of the season. All I remember was we had that quite late safety car, which basically made my race. I was then able to fight my way all the way up to P3 by the very end. I was on par with Valtteri Bottas in terms of pace right at the very end as well. So hopefully, you know, hopefully we can have another good show today. China, though, not a track that I'm a fan of. So we shall wait and see how well this race does go. Hello, Truction Man, as well. Hopefully we're all having a good evening. Ready for some Pro Season Mode. Probably this is, on the whole, going to take around 3 hours, I'd imagine. But we shall wait and see. Because, honestly, I never know. If we get another... I just hope we don't get... If we get another wet race, I'm going to be absolutely robbed. I'm not going to lie. That'll be really, really painful if we do. But we shall wait and see what does happen with that. But, yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, this Chinese Grand Prix weekend. Yes, that is my name. You are correct, Ultraman. But, yeah, hopefully we're all good. Hello, Calper. Ready for round 2 of the season. How cold is it in Finland this evening? That is the real question on all of our minds. But have a look. Career mode score 9,600. Don't really make much difference in the grand scheme of things. Let's have a look. Actually, we have got a couple of upgrades going on the car at the moment. We've got the rear wing, which has got 1 more week to go. We've got the central undertray, which has got 1 week to go. And we've also got the ignition system, which has got 1 week to go. So we're getting a few upgrades under our belt in the early stages. I do probably want to go for more car-orientated upgrades rather than sort of the protection stuff. So I think next up, hopefully if we can bag some R&D points, then we could, you know, get the new general wear durability as well. But we shall wait and see. But the Chinese Grand Prix, 56 laps of Shanghai. This is not going to be very enjoyable. Hello F1 Noob, and Undercut is still not a fan, unfortunately. That's a shame, I'm not going to lie. How are we looking? Power unit, we're at 14% overall wear with around sort of 12 to 16. 11% on the control electronics, 11% on the gearbox as well, so we might have to swap... Oh, I've clicked on the wrong button, but we might have to swap that out later on. Not this race, potentially at Bahrain, we shall wait and see. But yeah, let's move on then into our practice for the Chinese Grand Prix. Main aim, as I said, first of all, we want to try and get hopefully quite an easy 25 R&D points. So obviously we can get the new durability on the car. And then next round, hopefully, therefore, with what 3 upgrades coming in, we should be quite good to, you know, have a bit of a quicker car. You know, we got a bit lucky.
Good morning, and I hope
I'm not gonna lie.
as we are for today's
at the first round of the season. We got a bit lucky that, you know, both Red Bulls were able to do as well as we did. Hello, Multiple Gaming. Hopefully we're having a good evening, buddy. In terms of setup, not really too sure how I want to take this car around here, to be honest. I'm probably going to go let's try. I'm going to sort of go with my drivability setup like I always tend to on this game. Sort of, I go for more drivability over race pace, in all honesty. Well, sorry, in terms over 1 lap pace even. But yeah, I'm just going to fiddle around with all this. Only going to run 70% brake pressure. Front brake bias, I want to bring down to about 57. We haven't done anything yet, Jeff, so I don't know why you're telling me all this. Let's go with that, and then 7 on the weight distribution. Hopefully we've got sort of a mediocre, at best, setup to start this. No, we want to go to session options, though I can't even remember how to do it all. Let's go on the track acclimatization lap then. First of all, and obviously I've nearly forgot you've got to do all these laps. Sepang, that'll be China equals Malaysia. I'm not so sure. Sepang's not going to be a particularly brilliant race in my eyes, but Max Verstappen won there in the real Grand Prix, so potentially we could see a repeat of that, you know, another Red Bull on the top step. That would sort of be the aim, I think, this season, you know, to at least win one race. That'd be quite nice to do. But yeah, anything can happen. In terms of obviously racing, no assists on this game. Obviously, I had AOR last Sunday, as well as LCR, and I came first in LCR and then second in AOR F2. So that was two quite good results. But it's just about trying to get back used. Oh, cheeky. Nice. It took us, what, 3 corners. Well, we had a little bit of a slip up there, but yeah, it's just about trying to get back used to cockpit cam, really. And also finding the old braking points around this circuit. Traction, you know, on this game, I've got to that point now where, apart from the rain, I've basically learnt it, I feel. But we got a little bit of fuel on board as well as we go for my first couple of laps in this session. Not able to hit those apexes very well. Does this game have the Hypersoft tyre? No, it does not. This is F1 2017, so still only got 3 compounds per race, no Hypersoft tyres. Ultras is the lowest we go. Well, depends which way you look at it. This corner, there is never any grip through, so we're definitely going to be short shifting through there a lot of the time during this race, but yeah, we shall wait and see. I haven't actually been able to look at the weather yet, what it's going to be like by the time we do get to the race. Hello, Jugular Comic, hopefully we're a good evening buddy as well. But yeah, we shall wait and see what... I sort of feel like on one side I probably should check the weather, so, you know, look at how I set the car up. But then on the other side, it's sort of that element of surprise as well, so... Oh, that missing the final corner apex. Completely outbrake myself there. That's not the best way to get myself started on a run, but hopefully, it's only the track monetization that shouldn't really affect us too much. Break it down. There's so many alternate lines you can take through turn 1, so we just got to try and make sure we match the one that code is like as we try and bring it through the first couple of corners. Purple score through the first few, so that's certainly good. Oh, nowhere near the apex there though, unfortunately. Oopsie daisy, didn't want to be doing that. Still get the purple score though. Oh, so little. Just no turning at the moment where the track is entirely green. Oh, I definitely hit that checkpoint, Cody's. Come on. Gotta be giving me some leeway. And I'll probably have to wait for the track to rubber in a lot more before we can sort of do any good pace analysis. You know, sort of free practice 1 is just about cruising around the track and seeing what you can find. Running massively deep on the exit there, that's just going to pounce on me all weekend. Don't think we can get the purple score now, but if we can get the green, I'll probably be happy with that. You know, we'll settle in these early stages. How about the Halo? How does it look to you? Honestly, I think it was Mika Hakkinen came up with the best sort of logic to the Halo. It's like letting your kid go out and ride their bike. Now, this is probably won't work for a lot of people, but hey ho, I'll roll with it anyway. It's like letting your kid go out and riding their bike. If before helmets were invented, then you sort of let them do it. But, oh, can I forgot you can't just... Can you return to pick box? No, I don't think you can. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, with the helmet analogy. If your kid, you know, if you let them ride a bike before helmets are sort of invented and proven to show how much safer they were, then that would be fine. But now the option is there, and it's been made clear how much safer it can be. Would you still let your kid ride their bike with no helmet at the end of the day? Because personally, I'm far from a father, I won't deny that. But personally, you know, you sort of got to think, there's the option for it to be safer. It doesn't look brilliant, I won't lie. But it's still better as such. There's the option for it to be safer, and that's the most important thing. Am I using assists in this? No, this is pro season, no assists are allowed here. How am I actually still scoring points? I'm just cruising around this lap. I've actually got to check the mirrors to make sure I'm not parking in the way of someone accidentally. It looks ugly, but safety first ultimately at the end of the day. Like, if you look at recent years, obviously you've always got the big one with Jules Bianchi, unfortunately. And as unlikely as it is, it's happened at the end of the day, and it was preventable, so you got to look at it. There's also other incidents. You got Michael Schumacher was it? Yeah, with Antonio Luizzi, I think it was, back at Abu Dhabi a few years back. You've obviously got Fernando Alonso as well. There's definitely times where it could have been a whole lot worse and the Halo would have made it a whole lot better. So, yeah, you've got to weigh it up, though, at the end of the day. But if it makes it safer, then ultimately, as long as it doesn't affect the racing too much, then you've sort of, I feel it's a bit crazy if you don't support it, ultimately. But there we are, we've ranted about that for a couple of minutes. Set me off on the F1 logo as well, that would be an enjoyable one. But we got 30 points there from the first practice program. Stoffel Vandoorne setting a whopper of a lap there on a 1:39. But yeah, it's going to be interesting next year with the Halo. I'm quite surprised at how quickly they've implemented it. How long have they sort of known and considered using it is sort of the next question that I ask. But it's like when you look at things like that, and they're obviously pumping millions of pounds into developing that. And then you've got on the other side of things, you've got the Brazilian Grand Prix, where you get, what, I think it was this year, 4 different gunpoint robbery attempts. And yet there still doesn't seem to be much done by the FIA about that. It's always, unfortunately, once something happens, then they make the changes. Unfortunately, Halo looks stupid, but it's safe, and that is ultimately the most important thing. I think we'd much rather see our favourite drivers running around having close battles than watching them being put in the ground at the end of the day. And that's sort of what you've got to look at. The F1 side, to be honest, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of the logo. I can see why Liberty wanted to change it. What I don't see, on the other hand, is why there's been such a complaint for it. At the end of the day, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference, so get over with it. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. So people just need to accept that that logo is going to be what we're stuck with for the next few years. It works with the F2 and the F3, so it doesn't bother me. At the end of the day, I'm not really too bothered. And if people are, then clearly F1 isn't the right sport for you, in my eyes. But there we are. Getting a lot of rants done nice and early this week. It's probably ideal I'm ranting now rather than during qualifying where I'll bin it, but hey ho. Gonna get a bit of heat into the tyres, ready for my qualifying run. And also actually, well, that's another reason why I'm struggling in the first session. The mediums around here are beyond horrible. Not gonna lie. You do not, oh, cheeky, 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 you do not want to be... This and next lap invalidated? For God's sake, co-masters. Right, well, let's go out and enjoy myself then. Your 11-year-old probably could come up with something better for it, but I can't imagine it would be as safe. Unfortunately, it's got to be tried and tested. Can't just... I think the thing is, can you imagine if they put the Halo on the old cars, because they didn't look as good anyway? That would be... Like, they've sort of made it... They've tried to pump millions of dollars into making sure that it looks... that the cars themselves look better. So ultimately, you know, there's got to be a bit of sacrifice with it. Is my next lap actually going to be invalidated, though? This is the real question. We shall wait and see. Oh, no, it's not invalidated. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good, I think. There we are. Codemasters like to us. Chuck it into turn 1. I like to try and keep a fairly tight apex. You know, that outside is always waiting to kill you, so I want to try and stay as far away from it as I possibly can. We're probably going to lose a lot down the straights, but we should be able to gain a lot through the corners. Flat out through the first bit, yep, just about downshift twice into the second bit. Not able to get the front end turned in there. Oh, that's certainly not the right line through there. I think if we can come out with a green score here, this will probably be a bit of a miracle, because this lap has been shoddy, to say the least. Got a good run out of here though, but unfortunately, nice, no straight line speed Red Bull. We're going to lose a lot down this straight, unless the DRS can save me. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't seem to be. This is a bit unfortunate. It's just free time we're losing down here, unfortunately. Nice apex there. Oh, back end. Right, we're gonna have to commit through the final corner. Oh! Oh, we actually did it well. Scrape the green skull. Okay, Codemasters, if you say so. Was that because it was invalidated or what? Oh, and I've got it invalidated again. Oopsie daisy. I say let's retire from FP1 after that one. Hey Matt, on next year's F1 2018 game, will you be using the driver camera, cockpit camera for next year? And does it bother you whether you'll be driving an F1 car?
As all the cars are now over the line,
I'll probably use T-Cam just for
Vettel, Hamilton,
general stuff.
Valtteri Bottas.
But I generally just use T-Cam, but it depends how much I enjoy Pro Season, to be honest. Am I going to be watching the Hong Kong Grand Prix? Well, not Grand Prix, obviously, Formula E. I'll try to, in all honesty. I watched a lot of Season 1 of Formula E. And sort of Season 2 and 3, I've sort of watched it a bit less. But I feel like I should get into a bit more, because the racing is decent. It's just a shame. Hello, Joachim, though. Hopefully you're having a good evening. I probably butchered your name absolutely terribly. But yeah, Formula E, I don't get why there's so much hate for it. You know, it's another racing series with close racing. The tracks sometimes, I feel, are a little bit stupid, but it's a new sport. It needs to try something different, so go with it. I say we got 500 R&D points now, so we can try and put that durability upgrade on, which is good. Yeah, let's whip you on to my whip. But where we're at, we should actually be very, very close to Ferrari and Mercedes once all these upgrades have gone on. So, you know, it's nice to know we could potentially have the pace to fight them, even though when I'll be terrible. I can only apologise. I thought you meant the safety side. I get confused with all my different rants. Oh, it's looking mildly moist. It's meant to rain towards free practice. It rains in qualifying, but it's dry for the race, and that is the important thing. What else do I actually fancy doing in here, to be honest? I've sort of done... That one's easy. That one can't be bothered. That one, eh. That one, broken. That one, eh. Should we just skip on into qualifying? I'm honestly tempted. I'm not exactly doing pro season mode the right way, but hey, I sort of want to get it. Verstappen doing well. 1.5 seconds off the top four, though. Not reassuring, is it now? See, this, in a nutshell, in a nutshell, this shows how a no man's land the Red Bull is on this game. That's sort of the problem. Like, I want to be fighting at the top. Hello, Flushstroke. That is a blast on the past. How are we doing, buddy? It's been a long, long time, I must say. How are we doing? Oh, God. Qualifying, though. Let's not do what I did last week and bin it. I want to get easily sort of top 10. I'd like to be 6th, ideally. But we shall wait and see. Top 6 is the dream. Somehow still got 10 R&D points from that. Not easiest R&D I've ever scored. But let's move on into qualifying. But yeah, I don't know really. At the end of the day, it's F1 is changing, Formula E is changing. The next few years are going to be crucial for both of them in terms of their overall effect on the sport. It's like it set me off on a rant on F1 esports. You know where I live, Flushbunny. Of course you do. That's mildly reassuring. Flush, mate, I know whereabouts you live, so it's alright, don't worry. Let's have a look on the ye old set. I'm tempted to bring one more downforce down, to be honest. Definitely don't want to be running that much fuel, no thank you. Let's run 4 laps. Gonna flick it down to 4.7 and see what the front end turn-in is like. But that should be decent for now. It is very much a line from a horror movie. A lot of what Flush says is lines from horror movies, so it's always reassuring. There we are, though, qualifying the Chinese Grand Prix. If I'm not mistaken, the Verstappen actually got a podium from the back here in the real race, so we shall hope that we can have the same sort of luck this weekend. But luckily it's dry for this Grand Prix, so there's not going to be as much suffering. But yeah, first of all, the first hurdle of the weekend, Q1, so let's hope we can fly my way through that. Make sure I don't leave it in rich mix for the outlap. Oh, this track feels so much more grippy and I've barely done half a corner. Look at that, so much grip. get it nicely turned in. Do what Kimi Räikkönen does. To get heat in the tyres, Kimi Räikkönen goes like this. He'll do a little bit of weaving, and then he'll go like that, and just whip the front end round. Unless he's at Abu Dhabi and everyone else is weaving and he's not. Gotta make sure. The gravel texture on the inside of that corner is a little bit dodgy. I've come to discover in the past. You get the wheels too far over that curb and, well, the gravel texture decides it shall eat you for breakfast. Look how much grip there is in qualifying. It's crazy. Should have probably done some laps in FP3, to be honest. If we don't, like, I'd be a bit worried if I don't set a lap good enough for Q2 on my first run, in all honesty. That'll be really sort of exposing me to how poor I am at this game at times. But yeah, China's not a track I like either, so it's not, excuse me, it's not even a track I'm a fan of at the end of the day. But hopefully, you can go alright. Make sure we get a good run out of the final corner. That's the first step. Use all the curbing on the outside on the way in and on the way out. And here we are then. My first qualifying run for the Chinese Grand Prix. There's jets flying over the circuit. That's definitely a distraction if ever there's been one. Try and engine brake your way down. Run a little bit wide at the halfway point and get it nicely back on to the apex through the second part. Try and get the power down. We're massively wide on the exit at the corner there, but that shouldn't really cost me too much time. So we've done sector 1, breaking down just before the 100-meter board. Just couldn't get the car turned in there, not ideal. All over the curbs, not good, but we don't need a perfect lap in Q1, so that's alright. Flat 7th gear through there, now down into 5th, try and get the car turned in. For the second part, there we are. We've done a better job than we did in free practice through there. But still far from a good one. We should be quicker than Nico Hülkenberg though. If we're not, that's already not reassuring. Through in towards the final sector though, this is where we made a bit of time in free practice. 4th gear, 5th gear, making sure we just about get the car nicely in. So this is looking alright. What is my favourite track? Spa. Spa, then Canada, then Monza, and I completely forgot to do my DRS, but hey ho. Those are my top 3 without a shadow of a doubt. Just so I get the car turned in through the final hairpin, and now one more corner to go. Using all the curl on the exit down towards the line, it's going to put us P2. A second off Sebastian Vettel, but that should be comfortable for Q2, and that's the most important thing. Don't want to get in the way of the Toro Rosso. That was overall an alright lap. Not perfect, but hopefully we can sort of be around Verstappen's pace with a lap like that. 1:34.9. Luckily the Red Bull actually has an okay dash as well on this game. Like, that's honestly one of the main reasons I pick the Williams in AOR every season, because the dash on it, I just prefer it over every other one. Plus I like Martini colours. 5 minutes till rain as well. This could really spice up quali. We get a bit of rain. Could leave us with a bit of shock for Q1. Is there a car coming up behind me? No, there isn't. I don't know what I thought there was for a second. Sebastian Vettel going even quicker. Don't think by much. Force India, I think, coming up behind me, so we'll make sure we get out of the way of him as well. There we are. Q1, well, with the rain coming as well, we should be safely through, I'd imagine. I'll be a bit worried if we're not. Force India not locked in for any slipstream there. Not actually going that quickly, it seems, but I don't know for sure. But we'll go back in the garage and just fast forward, see what times are coming through. We're still P2 at the moment, so this is quite good. In the ideal world, you know, Raikkonen and the Mercedes won't actually go out very early in Q1. They'll all fall to the wayside, and then it can sort of be a battle for me to try and get Q2, but I highly doubt it. at the end of the day. Mexico is your favourite track. It's alright. It's certainly not one of my least favourites. It's enjoyable on a wheel. But I just find Mexico, it's sort of so distorted, where obviously you got the huge straights and then such a technical second and third sector. It's a little bit frustrating to drive. But hey ho, we're down to P3. We're slowly dropping our way through the order. We're plummeting at the moment. The main thing, you know, I want to see how I compare against my teammate. So we shall wait and see. Come on, team, get the things on and sort that all out. Plug the tyres back in onto life support, and let's try and have a little look. So behind Bottas, where is oh, Verstappen hasn't gone on a run yet. Let's just 30 times it through. When does the rain fall? We're down to P4. Hamilton goes fastest with a very, very quick lap. We're barely quicker than Sergio Perez. And Vettel and Bottas doing worldies on the softs. It's quite a surprise. Is the track getting wet, though? I don't think it is. I think we're just about going to get out all right. Where do we finish? Q1, then. Where is my teammate Verstappen? This is not reassuring. Max Verstappen, please save in into Q2. Raikkonen, 1.8 seconds off his teammate. That's not reassuring. Verstappen scraped it. Yes, that's all right. Be happy with that. Stroll misses out, unfortunate for him. Pascal Wehrlein misses out, unfortunate for him. Fernando Alonso misses out, unfortunate for him. Stoffel and Marcus Ericsson. So where is Pascal Wehrlein? Pascal Wehrlein's there. I don't know how I missed him. Yeah, so not particularly surprised there. You know, both Saubers, both McLarens, and Lance Stroll going out in Q1, so it could have been a bit more climactic at the end of that session. But we're best of the rest at the moment, so it's looking all right. Fair enough. Good luck on your Pro Career Mode Juggler comic as well. But I like nearly all the tracks. There's not many that I don't like, in all honesty, especially sort of one of the modern games where I'm a bit better. You know, they're a bit more fun. But I think, yeah, Q1, that's been good. Let's now, we want to make it into Q3. Hopefully it's not raining. That would sort of be the next aim. It's just a lot of loading screens, unfortunately. So I'll spend 10 minutes having a look through all this at times. Ah, and it's raining. Is it meant to get drier? No, it's meant to get a whole lot worse. Let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. Don't know how much fuel I got in the car. That's probably not ideal. It's going to get worse, so reset a lap nice and early. This could probably be my best shot at getting into Q3. Just don't bin it, man. That's the main aim. Let's go. How much fuel have I got on board, though? This is not reassuring. Fuel. Oh, only 4 laps. This is good. So the track's going to get wetter and wetter. Basically, first lap out is going to be crucial. Why is everyone so slow? Because changeable conditions, it seems. Plus, how do you know they're slow? Why don't you think I'm quick? That's the real question. Oh, look at that, skidding already. We do need sort of... I would probably do need to hurry on this. Where is the... What is that understeer? That's a bit bizarre. Making sure the team actually gave me a front wing there. That was a bit odd. Car refused to turn in. Gotta make sure we're braking nice and early. Look at that. Having to go full crank block. Ballast isn't looking perfect either, in all honesty. This is... Look at that! That's going to be my complaints for the next 10 minutes. But hopefully the weather can save me. Gonna have to definitely try and get some temps in those fronts. They are not gripping up right now. What are we looking at? See, 80 degrees though, they should be doing alright. This might actually be a bit of a concentration, right? The AI tend to be a bit slower in the wet relative to people, but I'm terrible, so you gotta remember, there is another car behind me, but we should be the first car on our run. Just gotta make sure we don't butcher it. Braking a bit early into the corners. No DRS. That's That's alright. I'm probably going to have to take it down into standard when we go through the corners. Oh, look at that. No turning. Make sure we just get it slowed down on the apex. Come on, let's turn it. Oh, look at that. The drift out wide. My favourite driver is Max. I'm a Hamilton boy myself, but I can understand why people... Oh, I forgot to change it down! Ah! Hamilton boy myself, mainly because people go, oh, you're a Glory supporter. No, I've supported him since he came into the sport in 07. It was sort of the first year I got into Formula 1, British drivers. I'm very patriotic in terms of my love for British drivers. Especially the main man, Jolyon Palmer. His lap hasn't been particularly brilliant so far. But hopefully, sort of, as I keep saying, the changeable conditions to sort of save me. Get on the rich revs nice and early down the back straight. Whoever that AI is behind me has caught me up a bit, so I can only hope that's sort of Mercedes or Ferrari. Or Max. One of those three and I'm not too bothered. Come on, turn it. Good go. K-Mag goes fastest, that's probably a good benchmark. No idea how he's got out ahead of me, in all honesty, but we'll roll with it. Oh, we run wide. We do go quickest. That's alright. Who was behind me? Verstappen goes a second quicker than me though, but that's alright. I don't mind that, Max. You can go a second quicker than me. Hopefully that should mean we're into Q3. Do I risk it retiring right now? Vettel even quicker. I'm 2.4 off the pace. That's not good, is it? Oh well. This setup is certainly not designed for the wet, so... That's what I want to hear, Jeff. As long as I'm inside the top 10 when that huge downpour comes, I'm happy. To Tokyo Drift. Whee! It was terrible, but hey ho. Down to P6, so I can only... I'd presume... I'd hope that's only Ferrari, Mercedes and Max that have gone quicker than me. Hamilton goes quickest. Oh, I'm slower than someone else. Please make it into Q3. Max Verstappen doing quite a lot of runs, it seems. Wants to get used to those wet conditions, not too sure why. We're still, I think, in P7. P8 down to. This is looking a bit closer than it should be. Come on, we better survive. P9! Oh no, this is not looking reassuring. It's not been a brilliant lap, but honestly we'll have no chance to go quicker. We're slower than Nico Hulkenberg. God, this says it all, doesn't it? Sort of in that cusp at the moment. Please don't drop out the top 10. Please don't drop out the top 10. Yes, it's raining too much now. We should be good. Esteban Ocon goes terrible. Yeah, the pace is gone. We've scraped it again. We have scraped it. Absolutely wonderfully. Into the top 10 we go, my first Q3 session in pro season mode there. Unfortunately, Danny Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer, and Esteban Ocon all failed to make it through into the top 3 shootout. We barely made it, in all fairness. Look at that. From, what, 13th to 8th was separated by just 1/10 of a second there. So we've definitely scraped it by the skin of my teeth. Realistically, you know, I could have got P7 there. So that's not too painful. But we've survived. On to Q3 we go. Hopefully, it isn't raining too much. That does also open up the strategy for the race as well, which is another added element. And it's raining in Q3. Is it meant to get wetter or... I don't know. Let's have a look. If it is, then... Oh, it's meant to get drier, so we should sit here for a while. It's going to be one of those where you've got to be last man out, eh? No, it's not. Well, you've still got to be last man out. Let's have a little skip through, shall we? A skipperoo. It is definitely meant to get drier during the session, so if we head out, you know, sort of 2.5 minutes to go, we should be alright. That was, yeah, a bit closer than I probably should have had, but Hamilton seems to be the only guy out at the moment. Fair enough to him, wants to get a few miles on the car. But, yeah, we'll probably... everyone else is starting to come out now. Let's go out then. Want to ideally be last car on track. That's probably the aim. But I think sort of the rain is settling down. Don't think it's going to get dry enough though for the dry tyres, so that's alright. Ah, the sunlight! What's happening? Is this the end? Am I being ascended to heaven or what? What is that, Codemasters? It burns! So I do need to nail this lap, or I will be finding myself a bit further down the order than I'd probably like. So we've got a bit of time to waste though. We've got about sort of 40 seconds below Delta we can use on this lap. So that should be quite crucial. This run. Everything needs to slow down a bit. I'm going way too fast. All I'm doing now is locking myself into a terrible one-lap stint at the moment. I sort of need to open it up for myself. Just idle it around a bit, get out of the way of... Is that Hamilton, I think? Looks like a Lewis Hamilton. Is that a Kimi Raikkonen or... No, that's a Sebastian Vettel on his gearbox. Who is this? It's another Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas, I think. So those three guys all wanted to go quite near each other. Interesting to see. Slide through the gears, make sure they all work. Still got a minute to go. Not looking good. I support Red Bull. Oh, I'm on the grass. Oopsie poopsie. I support Red Bull. That's good, as long as you support them here as well. That's the main thing. Just really try to slow it down. Don't want to lose too much tyre temp now. I'm going to keep checking the mirrors. We'll go with about 30 seconds, I feel. There's going to be another car up behind me in a second, so we might as well go for it. 30 seconds to go in Q3. Definitely ripped gearbox there with all that spamming, but hey ho. I support Mana, that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? I always liked Mana though. You gotta love an underdog in Formula 1. Max Verstappen sets fastest lap. I'm too busy Tokyo drifting it. Kimi Raikkonen, the Iceman, goes even faster though. wasn't a good run. Oopsie daisy. Oh, how early am I braking? And then I still don't get the car turned in. What's going on, man? Drifting the back end out. I think if we can make the top 10, this is going to be a miracle. At this rate, this lap has been terrible. Hamilton goes fastest though. Missed the apex through there. This has been such a shoddy lap. Gotta go run out the final corner though. That's probably going to be P10. P8! Look at that. Terrible. That's the spirit. More fun for us tomorrow. So there we are then.
Qualifying is complete and we're all
We
set
were only,
for an
oh, we were a
exciting race
second off my
tomorrow.
teammate again there.
Your
That's
top
not
three
reassuring.
are Hamilton, Vettel, and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying complete,
So there we
all
are
that
then.
remains is
That
the main
was
event.
the end of
We'll
qualifying.
be
Hamilton
live
takes
and
pole position
uninterrupted for the Grand Prix
for the
tomorrow,
Chinese Grand
so
Prix.
make sure
Sebastian
you join us
Vettel
then.
starting alongside him. The Finns lock out the second row. Max Verstappen at P5. Perez doing quite well in 6th. Grosjean 7th. Myself in a disappointing P8 there. Really, I should have at least jumped Grosjean there. A bit unfortunate. But hopefully we can try to get up with my teammate at the start of the Grand Prix. Then we shall see where the race does take us from there. But we shall wait and see. I'm not looking forward to this Grand Prix though. Hate China as a circuit. But we are almost ready. Ex-Matty G would be proud. Probably not. I can't imagine so. Getting some good points though from getting so many qualifying sessions done. But I don't think we're going to be even further beyond my teammate Verstappen overall. Oh, that's not looking good. Well, at least Sauber want us. That's alright. At the end of the day. But yeah, I think we're ready for the Chinese Grand Prix, round 2 of the season. How will this fare? My cob froze, so you don't know what you said back. Flush, mate. Honestly, I don't remember what I said back. I never remember. 95% of what I say, I forget within 90 seconds. That's sort of just the way I work, it seems. But we're ready for the Chinese Grand Prix, the Chinese Grand Prix. No idea how well we will fare.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying
today.
session yesterday,
Make sure I don't get copyright claim.
How the cars line up.
At the
Lewis
start.
Hamilton,
We've got Hamilton
lines
on
up
pole with
pole
Sebastian
position.
Vettel in
Starting
P2.
alongside
Don't think there's any
P2
penalties
is Sebastian
for the
Vettel.
first, well,
Looking
for the
down
second
the
round,
rest
sorry,
of
of
the
the
grid, we
season. We've got
have
Finns,
Bottas,
Raikkonen, P3
Max
out of P4.
Verstappen,
Verstappen, my
and
teammate,
Perez,
5th, doing very well.
Grosjean,
Perez, 6th,
and a Red
Roman
Bull,
7th,
Hulkenberg,
myself, P8,
and
Hulkenberg
Carlos
9.
Sainz.
Sainz rounding out
Fiat,
the top 10 to
Massa,
get his
Kevin
teammate just
Magnussen,
behind him.
and
Felipe Massa,
Palmer,
12th,
Ocon,
Magnussen 13th,
Stroll,
Jolyon Palmer
Pascal
14th.
Wehrlein,
Ocon
and
15th,
Fernando Alonso, Van
Stroll,
Dorn,
the
and
Sauber,
Marcus
the McLaren
Ericsson
Honda, the
rounds off
McLaren
the
Honda,
grid.
and the Sauber. Look at
And
Pascal
now it's
Wehrlein
time to
then,
head
10
down to the
seconds
track.
quicker than Pole. Just goes to show how much of a dominant driver he is in the sport, and shows how ridiculous it is that you probably won't get a seat next year. It's... What is that weather? It gets wet twice. Why does Codemasters do this to me? Right, so what I suggest then, actually, is we go supers for the start, then we go on to inters, then we go back onto a set of the softs, and then we try and survive that final bit of the Grand Prix. I'm going to run 57 laps of fuel because we can save a bit during both of those stints. Finally dry, the heavens have opened. V2 Sepang circuit, pretty much, I think. But can we skip the formation up? I don't think we can. Probably not. We shall wait and see in a second. Here we are, though, on the grid, ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. Can we skip it? We can skip it. Let's skip it. Let's not build up the suspense for too long. Alonso looks very fat. Fair enough. He's been piling on the pounds after some McLaren strain. But on the grid then, ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's 5 lights. And it is finally lights out, and away we go, off to a pretty mediocre start. On the whole, we'll try and get a look down the inside of a couple of cars through turn one. Oh, there's contact. Sebastian Vettel completely off the road there. I've got 5 illegal overtakes. I'm in the lead somehow. I don't know what has happened there. Come on, everyone, get back past me. Illegal overtake on Verstappen. That was... I went from 8th to 1st and back down to P7. What a crazy start that was. That was ridiculous. Let's have a look, see if we can chuck it down the inside of Grosjean. Yes, we can. Up now behind my teammate of Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez done a good job up into P4 there, but Sebastian Vettel once again not getting the rub of the green, it seems, in pro season mode there, unfortunately. Well, I think he had contact with Hamilton off the start there, which sent him all the way down the order. Be interesting to see if he can come for a bit of a comeback drive through the rest of this race, but we got to watch out for Romain Grosjean behind me, and also try to close up on Max Verstappen, my teammate. Heavy fuel though. This car feels like an absolute boat at this moment in time, but we shall wait and see. Hopefully we can try and close up on the Red Bull teammate. But that was a bizarre start. Rip P1 definitely. That was a little bit, you know, if we'd somehow got away with that, that would have been quite funny to be honest. But yeah, fortunate. You know, not meant to be running. I felt I was going to run massively wide there, but we got the car slowed down. Not going to complain. We've got the Force India of Sergio Perez. A little bit over the shop at the moment, but he's holding up Verstappen, so ideally we could jump the pair of them, and that would be quite a little miracle for myself. But plenty of time to go. 55 laps. 55 laps left of the Chinese Grand Prix. 1 down, 55 to go. It's going to be a long one, especially with so much bloody changeable conditions, because nice Codemasters and letting me live a world of pain. I don't even know, we might not even have to hit onto a set of the, you know, wet tire, well, the inters, because it might not get wet enough for them. And China, on the whole, actually quite a grippy circuit in terms of changeable conditions. I feel like it's already starting to drizzle. You can see how many clouds there are around this circuit. Sergio Perez really holding up Max Verstappen ahead of me here, and I'm sort of starting to lose out a little bit in the dirt here. Romain Grosjean, he's dropping back ever so slightly. But hopefully, well, what I need ideally is Verstappen to start fighting with him. Hopefully when the DRS comes into play, they might be able to start doing that. But we made up 2 positions off the start. We're up into P6, which is, you know, if you exclude Perez. Oh, Perez locks up. That's not ideal. Will Verstappen pounce? No, Verstappen backs out of it. They're very un-Verstappen-esque as Perez weaving all around the place through into the final couple of corners there. Make sure we don't get penalties for track limits there. But this is going to be a tight little bunch now. And hopefully we can try and pounce if opportunities do arise. Have a look down the inside of Verstappen. Perez absolutely parks the bus there. We have to give him the room on the second part though, side by side with my teammate. Can we get the power down? No, we can't, unfortunately. Verstappen shuts the door there. We're still going to try and look right around the outside of contact made between the Red Bull pair, but we're going to try and swing it right around the outside again. They're still side by side. Really not ideal. Even Perez a bit of breathing space now. Even in 6th gear there, so we don't get as much engine brake. Verstappen though swings it right around the outside there, but parks it through the second part of the S section there. You know, a little bit of early race climax, and it's starting to rain already. This is reassuring. It's going to make or break my race, this rain, I feel. Tricky China should be the title of this pro season mode, I feel. DRS is now available though. I can't imagine it's going to be available for very long. Light rain into heavy in 15 minutes. This is not reassuring. I thought this game was realistic. You can't get engine. Well, I don't think that. No, wait, you can on this game, can't you? I almost forgot. I'll have to have a quick pause in a second, read back through a little bit of chat, because I think I've missed out on a few things. A good run out the final corner though. Really forgot about the DRS there. It's definitely starting to rain, so we might have to go a bit bold on the strategy. how slow they go into the first part of the complex. Nearly having to push Verstappen through, it seems, and then they can just get on the power so much better, right? Unfortunately for me. Can't have a DNF on the wall like that, no. Oh, Romain Grosjean now is starting to pile on the pressure behind. I need to get into a rhythm. This setup really doesn't favour the wet conditions, unfortunately. Should have brought down the pressures a bit more if I wanted them to. This game's far, well, it's not terrible, but it's far from the most realistic experience in the world, unfortunately. But it's enjoyable. Heavy rain in 10 minutes, so what do we do? How long is the heavy rain meant to last though? That's the real problem. Verstappen even is now all over the back of Perez again. Which is probably useful for me. To use all the curves, I'm having to concentrate a lot at the moment as well, unfortunately. The pace is not reassuring in the early stages. Although last time we did end up in last place and still did alright, so anything can happen. It's definitely starting to rain more and more though. So we're still going to brave it out, Jeff's telling me for the moment. The pace is dropping off massively, but it's still the quickest tyre to be on. So I just need to try and keep up with Verstappen. That's sort of the aim. Don't even know. I've already lost track of what lap we're on, in all honesty. So starting to lose the pressure from the cars behind, and I feel like we're also starting to gain a bit on Verstappen. That Force India is going to struggle a lot in these sorts of conditions, I feel. Nice little double counter steer. I don't even, has DRS even been disabled yet? I don't even know. We're still actually burning through a lot of fuel though, which isn't reassuring. I genuinely don't know if the DRS is still open. Do we gamble it? Do we gamble it on a set of enters? Let's see what Verstappen does. Verstappen stays out. We are going to follow him then. I don't know yet. I don't think I want to be the first person to make the move. It can make or break my afternoon, but I don't fancy trying to overtake cars. Like, I just don't feel confident enough yet. And we are closing in on Verstappen and Perez, so the pace is on my side. It said it was only meant to be light rain for a very small segment of this race. It's going to bounce his line for me. It's like they said it was going to be stormy conditions throughout all of Monaco. And then the inters were quicker. Fernando Alonso out of the Grand Prix. Presume that's an engine failure. Let's have a look. What has happened to ye old Nando? Someone said this game isn't realistic, about to be proven wrong. Where is this? Oh, yep, look at Fernando go. Oh, it's heartbreak. Heartbreak for the... why won't it let me pick the right car? It won't even let me use Fernando's cars for this, so it says no, the engine's clearly already gone there, so he just pulls off. Gutting for ye old Nando, but yep, some things this game is still realistic with. Hello TTF1F, hopefully everyone good evening, buddy. Ready for pro season suffering in the rainy conditions. Second race in a row it's rained. Always nice, it's in already 2 rounds in. Oh, whoa! What's this ultimate strategy then? Jeff, is it inters? Yes it is. Now we're going to have no grip because nice grass tyres. Oh, come on. Oh, well. All the time we just get... If Verstappen pits this lap, then we'll stay out. Can you go into the pit exit? Yes, I can. Hello, Ossic Kukio. Hope you're having a good evening, buddy. Ah, turn it. Will Verstappen make the call? DRS has now been disabled. They both dive in. Let's gamble it then. Let's try and stay out. We're up into P2, so no idea who else has braved it out for now. Bottas has also opted to stay out. Already got a 10-second gap. Oh, what a lovely sentiment. We're losing that much time on that. Have a look at the weather. Nice double lockup. Track's definitely getting slower though, look at that. I'm not doing too badly, thank you. Kukio. Coming back, that's good, Calpa. See, if the rain isn't out for that long, it's probably not worth the double pit stop, I feel. But just look how much we're struggling. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's definitely some skids for the kids. There's definitely having to be some good saves in here at the moment. As we struggle to keep the car on the island. Just check once more if they've got the weather. Oh, look at that crawling through the final corner. We could. Nah, let's not go for it. Let's not go for full wets. Oh, look at that. Nothing. Make sure we don't get a drive-through penalty. 10 saves. It's going quite well at the moment. We're definitely one of those Grand Prix. Thank God. Oh, they're not putting dries on. But what position are we going to come out in? This is the real issue. I feel like we may lose. In P6. Yeah, we've come out exactly where we were, so that well, we lost a bit of time. But it didn't really make that much difference on the grand scheme of things. Verstappen, though, has jumped Perez, which is a bit interesting. Look at how little rich spare fuel though. That's not good. So he probably lost out on about 3 to 4 seconds that lap. Isn't perfect, but hey ho. It's worth the gamble, and it's far from... it's easily recoverable, even. Probably actually makes it easier for us to jump Perez now, as there's not 2 cars to navigate. Oh, look at that. Slides everywhere! This is like a slip and slide at the moment, this Chinese Grand Prix. Don't know what lap we're on, but it's certainly not far. I don't even know how to get a full race up, mate. I don't even know! I've completely forgot where the race update thing is. I'll have a look when I get on the long straight again. I gotta brake so early into the final corner than I realise. There we are. This is the second option. Not really the relevant information I wanted though, is it, Jeff? I just want to know what lap I'm on. Matt, use lean for wet conditions. That's what I'm trying to do now. In all honesty, it's definitely one of my saviours. Lean in the wet. They're closing on Perez. The pace is definitely there. Ah, turn it. Definitely taking noticeable chunks out of Perez this lap. Certainly don't want to be using that curb though. We're only on lap 9. Oh, that's painful. We're, what, less than a sixth of the way through this Grand Prix. Oh, that's not the nicest reminder in the world, Jeff. Long way to go, though. Which in many ways is probably a good thing. It means there's plenty of opportunity for drivers in front to have failures. For us to close Perez and hopefully my teammate Verstappen as well. The gap to Verstappen I feel is staying about level at the moment. Can you make over 6 pit stops in this game? I presume so. We may end up finding out this race. Depending on how many times I've bid it and how many times the track decides to get wet and then not wet. Oh, cheeky. Well, if this is heavy rain, that's probably quite nice. But it was definitely, we weren't going to be able to stay out on the supers in these conditions. Taking out a second from Perez though on this last lap. Doing more Tokyo drifts. Would you like to say the lap count on every lap? Or I will start. I wouldn't want anyone to have to try and count the laps for me. I'll use Jeff, I feel, for now. And if I get too desperate, then I can just check the race director. So we should be all right. But thank you very much anyway. First warning for exceeding track limits. It's happened now. Now, how many will we get? Broke a little bit too late into there. Oh, just about keeping on the island. We are definitely looking more and more in a position to line up Sergio Perez for a move, though, over these next couple of laps. If we can get a good run onto the back straight, potentially. Yeah, the Inter's definitely the right side to be on though, Jeff. Definitely no point in changing right now. Ah, no, just got caught over that curve again. It's just giving Perez that little bit of breathing room, but we'll flick a bit of rich, see if we can make any gains down the straight. That Force India though is going to be a pain. A pain, I tell you, to overtake. Oh, really missing my braking point there. Broke that a little bit too late. Gotta get used to that dirty air. Look how much better we are at the traction zone though. Using all of that. I've saved the car 22 times and we're on what, lap 11 of the race. Yellow flags, what's that for? Oh, VSC. Has anything happened? Kimi Räikkönen out of the Grand Prix. What has happened here then? That moves me up into P5. Hopefully about to line up P4. Where is... Oh, is this Kimi Räikkönen? Yeah, it should be Kimi Räikkönen, shouldn't it? What happens to him? Oh, engine failure, I think. Yep, engine failure exactly where it happened to Fernando Alonso just a few laps ago. Oh, what, 10, 11 laps into this race and we've already faced 2 retirements. If I'm not mistaken, I think Kimi had a retirement due to engines in round 1. And what I was going to quickly check was also, where is Sebastian Vettel in the early stages? Sebastian Vettel is up to P14 behind the Williams car. So he's not had, well, since his incident at the start, he's been recovering. But a few little incidents then, we're up to P5. It should, hopefully, be P4 once we've had the VSC. Going to basically be pushing Perez by the time that the VSC ends. VSC ending very quickly though. I've been caught out by that. No, I haven't. Perez absolutely parking it. What is that about? Oh, look at that. So much better on the traction. Get the front end down the inside. Risky overtake. Squeeze them out wide. And we have pounced. Perez only binned it behind me there. Saw that in the rearview mirrors. Up into P4 we go. And if we can close on Verstappen, we can be looking at my second podium in a row, which would be quite crazy. But a long way to go. Only Mercedes now are in the points out of Ferrari and Mercedes. Certainly not looking like Ferrari's the year as of now. Gap ahead 6.1 though. And that's a slide. How about Hamilton? Hamilton, I'm pretty certain, is in P2. Wait, no, I think... Oh, let's have a look. Where is Hamilton? Hamilton is P1. P1 of the Grand Prix. He is currently setting 51.9s, and yeah, I don't know how big the gap to Bottas is. He's in the 53s. So Hamilton making big gains over his teammate Bottas at the moment. Certainly the quickest man on track, but hopefully he can try and close along Verstappen. These semi-wet conditions do seem to suit me once I get into my rhythm. One lap extra fuel now, so this is alright. Well, Hamilton didn't score round one either, so realistically, depending on where we finish, we're still looking like Bottas, Verstappen and I are in the main fight. But if Red Bull finish well here again, we could still be we still could be top of the constructors, which would be quite funny. Using the short shift. We've already pulled out 2 seconds over Perez. Hopefully we can find the gap to my teammate in a second. Don't think we've closed up by much though in this first lap. But there has been a few mistakes. Tokyo Drift absolutely everywhere. Don't even want to know how far ahead of me Hamilton is at this moment in time. But we're going to use the rich revs down the straights, you know, basically just free time to gain. And then basically lean it around the rest of the lap. I'll have a look once I get over the line how much we've closed down Verstappen, if at all, on this lap. Oh, another warning! Oh! We are closing. 1.2 a lap. So he could be winning very quickly. So we've got the pace over Verstappen. Still having to fight the car though. The weather in Finland is currently -3 and snowing. That must be... See, I really want it to snow in the UK, but it doesn't snow down south where I live, unfortunately. Ten more minutes of rain. Yeah, we are definitely closing in on Verstappen at the moment. It's noticeable. But we gotta keep motivation. And also not to get a penalty. As I nearly do right there. Lucky not to get penalised there. Taking out nearly another second out of him on that lap. So we're running in the 52s and Verstappen's in the 53s. That's good then. In England it snows but it disappears after 4 minutes. Yeah, that's sort of, it does snow on the odd occasion in the UK, but it never actually settles, and that's sort of the main issue. Like, what I want is just one morning to wake up to, like, 2 feet of snow. That must be, like, brilliant. That's what I want. Like, I just want one really big snowy winter in the UK. Because unfortunately, with global warming, it means, well, it theoretically means that we should get really heavy snows when we do, but we just don't seem to be getting them at the moment. I do sort of know how global warming works. Oh, look at that understeer. Oh. Scramble does come alive in the rain, though. It's certainly a lot closer to the sort of Mercedes and the Ferrari in terms of pace. Oh, hello! Hello, Red Bull. That was... caught me out. That could have been us out. Wall, crash, pain. Another VSC, what's that for? So, please say it's like Hamilton. Please say Bottas. I want Bottas to have retired. Ideally. I don't think anyone has that. Oh god, no. Come on. Come on. And I've got a drive-through. Lovely! Well, that's a bottle. The VSC on this game is still broken. It just slows down at drastic times. Oopsie daisy. Oh well. Gives us a bit of a chance to hunt our way back through the field, though. We'll take that on the end of this lap. But that's going to make this race a whole lot harder. Oh, that's frustrating. Codemasters, please fix your VSCs. Oh, what's going on here now? Who's out? Is that Mercedes? No, it looks. It's a Ferrari! Is that Sebastian Vettel with even more issues? A Ferrari gonna have another engine failure. Ripperoo, definitely. Oh well, we can there's still plenty of time. Could have done a Maldonado, then I got a drive-through penalty. Do it the last lap. Nah, I'm just going to try and get it over and done with. Then we can... Well, we have the pace, but hopefully we just don't get caught up in too much traffic. But I sort of want to get it done with before I forget. It's not actually a particularly long pit lane around it. It's only cost me about 15 seconds. What do you mean we're going to be able to push sooner once these scrub tires? Right, well, we've come out in a bit of an issue, but we'll dive it down the inside. Danny Kvyat's out. No idea what that's all about. But rest in pieces, Kvyat. We're down to 17, probably 16. That Ferrari's dead as well. We're down in P7 now, so we haven't maybe come out close to Perez. Yeah, but well, it gives us a little bit of a chance to make some overtakes as well, so that adds a little bit of fun to it. We've already made one, and we should be able to line up another very soon. And it also does mean the hunt for Verstappen is a little bit more rewarding if we can get him. But it's been another race where just that one, well, so far one stupid error has really caught me out, but hey ho. Still out with the good saves though, that's the most important thing. Tokyo drift me up. I'll have to make, once I get my new PC, I'll have to make a Tokyo drift counter. See if we can jump, I presume this is Hulkenberg, the Renault ahead of me. Whoever it is, we're not really catching him. But we're making overtakes. Just constant saving the back end. No idea what that odd line is through the final corner there, matey boy, but I'm going to pounce. Oh, not nice Renault to Renault power units. We're going to have a look down the inside of turn 1 though. Brake loadability, make sure we... Oh, we're going around the outside, are we? Fair enough. Let's make it work. Right around the outside of Nico Hulkenberg. Come on. Squeeze him out wide on the exit of 2. There we are. Whoa, whoa. Back in. Hello. Move of the race so far, that one, I'd say. It is... There is something nice about driving the Red Bull, though, where you can do stuff like that. .38 laps to go, so what, 18 in this Grand Prix. We're a third of the way through, near enough. What lap am I on? Well, yeah, obviously stream delay, so it's probably timed quite nicely for you. Ah. I probably look like Guru there, L Glamps, because I actually clicked that before I saw your message, so... Easy peasy squeezy lemons, Calper. Now we've got to jump Grosjean, who's having a very good day out in 5th place so far, I must say. He had a good qualifying, so he's been doing well. Yeah, as I was saying, Romain Grosjean had a good day so far. We're hopefully about to demote him back down to 6th place. At 2 VSCs already, what I need is an actual safety car. That could probably really save my bacon. I'm tempted, actually, thinking about it, what tyre? Because if the track ain't meant to get wet right to the very end, I'm tempted to go on a set of the, well, the mediums we found out in qualifying. Okay, Thunder Pro, hopefully you can be back next time, buddy. Fair enough. Thank you. Hopefully you have enjoyed the stream. But yeah, I don't want to drive on the medium compound, because they're terrible. So what I'm going to probably do once we make our pit stop is go on the softs and see how far we can take them. Ah! It's, oh, please don't say dries. Oh, it says dries! Oh, we just missed out on an undercut. Oh well. I'll make sure I change that to the soft tyres in a second. No, don't understand. Don't want to go on the death grass on the outside there. Ah, lock up. DRS has been enabled. Let's get into that time. I'd like, ideally, for us to jump Grosjean before we get into the pit lane, but it's looking unlikely. the engine's starting to get a bit worn up though. Yeah, these races are so long, I'm not really afraid to take grid penalties. Ah! Twitch McGee. Oversteer McGee. Look at that. Full opposite one. Well, we'll pit this lap. Roman crash, probably. No, his brakes will fail, that's what most likely. No, I don't want to stay out! Oh no, we're going to have to stay out another lap, are we? No, let's box anyway. You're going to have to take me, Jeffy boy. I'm pitting. I don't care what you say. Ah! P4 and good saves. We can hopefully get our way back up to P4. Oh no, a little bit of a delay. Come on! Let me go! Oh, we got hell and everything. Not ideal. Is that a Mercedes? No, that's not a Mercedes right behind me, is it? Oh, we got hell. Wait, I think that is... Is that a Mercedes behind me? Are we nearly lapped in this Grand Prix? That's not reassuring. As I give it a bucket load of revs on the X there. We lost that a bit in the pit lane. But the track's getting dry and that's nice. And hopefully, we'll have a look on the race director in a second. We'll aim to try and take these right through to the end. Depending on if it gets wet again. Let's have a look. Race director. Everyone else, it's me and Hulkenberg who've gambled it, as well as Carlos Sainz on the harder compound. Verstappen, I think, well we've still sort of made up positions off the start, but P4 or P3 is certainly the aim. Let's run it in Rich for a few laps. Really test the waters, so much later you can brake. It's going to be nice to get back on a grippy compound actually. Just got to try and get that last little bit of standing water off the circuit. Can't afford to go out 100% attack just yet, or you understeer like that. I think, yeah, if we can get back up into P4, that would probably be alright. But obviously, if everyone does have to pit again, then obviously that does mean we've sort of been able to counterbalance our drive-through, but not fully, obviously, because nice tyres. It would sort of be a bit of a race saver to a degree. Like, if the pace is good, then it's all reassuring. Yeah, first up, Romain Grosjean. Then we'll see what the gap is to Price ahead of him. I imagine it's probably fairly big. Oh, locking up ever so slightly through there. Oh, that's a slice. That's a 3-second time penalty. Fair enough. Knew I'd make mistakes to do that at some point. Gap 1.9 then. Oh, way too fast. No, we've held it on. That looked quite late. We were able to save that there. I honestly thought we were going straight off into the grass. We're surviving. So I saw my AOR practice. The start to... Oh, cheeky. About to say start to kick in there until we butcher that corner. I'm feeling confident at the moment. This car's feeling quite quick. committed through the final corner there. Look at that. Look how much time we gain on Grosjean. That's... This car's got too much grip. Well, a corner cut for abusing turn 1. Only I could do that. Oh? Hamilton with issues. All the top runners never getting the luck, it seems so far. That could potentially, depending on how critical those issues are, that could bring Verstappen up into P2, Bottas into the race lead. We could, depending on how bad it is and how well I do, see the same podium again. But long way to go. I'm already losing time again to Grosjean. I feel like I've lost a bit of concentration. Bottas setting fast and lap of the Grand Prix. We need to get within that DRS range. That Ferrari power unit in the back of the hash shouldn't be too OP relative to myself. Correction into the final corner. We've definitely not gained much that lap. 24 seconds. Oh, that's a long way. Don't want to be using the exit curbs particularly. They are not your friends on this game. Flat out nearly through the first S section though. Still have to bring it all the way down into 4th gear through the second part. Bottas goes even quicker. And we are not even closing on Grosjean. And we're in rich revs, but the tyre wear's good at least. How long's left actually? Masses is up. Near enough halfway through then. 24 laps in, 32 to go. We are trying. We might actually have to watch for Massa behind very soon. Oh, I felt one wheel nearly get on the grass there. That was as far out wide as I want to go. Not gonna lie. Feel like these softs may have been a bit of a poor gamble, but hey ho. We shall wait and see. No Tokyo Drift anymore. There's a lot less Tokyo Drift, which I guess is sort of good, sort of bad. Yeah, there's a lot less Tokyo Drift though, where we're, you know, there's actually some grip on the circuit. There's a Tokyo Drift for you. How's that? Big save once again. I'm going to try and get more info from Jeff whilst we can. I did that one Tokyo Drift for you, Robin. Hopefully you liked it. Oh, and that one. still set PBs though, so the pace is... Still bringing in those good saves when they're needed. Shred my engine a bit as we go through the S's. Max out the rev limiter. We're having to push so much and we're not even gaining on Grosjean. Hopefully the strategy should help me out in the long run. Not ideal. I don't want to be moving back into mixed 2 just yet, but I think I might have to. It's still quite consistent though on the pace. We're a few tenths around. Still never know what line to take out of there. I always like to keep it tidy, but I don't think it's the quickest way. Drawing with my PB through Sector 1 though. Put force feedback to 70. I think it's around about there, but try to keep it, so it's not too loud either. So I'm going to use Rich down the straights, I feel. If I could just get inside that DRS of Grosjean, then that would probably make my day a lot easier. Come on, turn him, turn him. That's actually quite a good little line through there in the end. And so we get on the power a little bit earlier on the exit. So we have taken a tiny bit out of Grosjean. 4 tenths we've taken out of him in about the last 3 laps. And we're able to push like absolute crazy, taking chunks out of the steering wheel. Taking bites through the S section there, and we've gone and lost all that time, and probably a lot more. Turn him. But we're in a rhythm at the moment, and that's probably good. Hello, back end. Nice reminder you want to kill me all the time. It's nice to actually get some dry running in this Red Bull though, some good, clean, consistent laps. Helps me learn it. Helps me learn the old girl. It's a very different animal to most, this Red Bull. So I just... Oh? Why was the track not clear? Magnussen's out. We're down to, what, 16? Yeah, 16 I think now. Grosjean is in P5, yeah, he's actually well, he qualified P9, I think. And we've had a few incidents for some of the top runners, but yeah, he's done a good job so far, in all fairness to Romain Grosjean. The brakes haven't failed on him. Yeah, no, Grosjean is actually doing well. Who'd have thought I'd be fighting a Haas? Although he is on a much quicker, he is on the supers and I'm on the softs, and around here that does make quite a difference, so. Plus it's, you know, 110 AI and everything, so. They are pretty quick. A much tidier run through there that time. Running a bit wide out of there. Not ideal. The gap to Grosjean is sort of just staying around that level. Sort of bouncing around. Yeah, I think Haas, I'm pretty certain Magnussen scored in the opening round. I think Magnussen scored. Although, Australia was quite a crazy race on the whole. Ocon came P4 with Sainz 5th, if I do recall. And Palmer scored points. But he's a god, so what do you expect? We definitely lost time to Grosjean on that one. Hashtag blessed. 44 seconds. Quite reassuring though, considering we're about halfway through the Grand Prix. And we have certainly started to lose a bit of ground to Grosjean. The Haas on this game is actually pretty decent as well. I am in Danny Rick's car, yes, I've got Verstappen as my teammate. Taken over the Honey Badger, I have. Max is P3, Perez, yeah, P4. We got, I think, Bottas is in the lead with Hamilton P2 with issues. Actually, Hamilton's issues may have gone. Let's have a look, run down the order, shall we? I'll get onto the straight. Let's have a look. Oh, no, wrong one. Oopsie daisy. Let's have a look down the order. How are we looking at this moment in time? We have still got Valtteri Bottas is in the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. He did win the first round of the season as well. We've got to remember that. Hamilton P2. He's had a few technical issues according to Jeff, so it's been fairly for that. And then basically from then on down, everyone's moved up 2 places because Ferrari can't build a car and Vettel can't stop crashing at turn 1. So that's why everyone else sort of was made a few places. Felipe Massa's done quite well. He's up to he's from P12. Jolyon Palmer inside the points once again. That's pretty damn well done from him. Stoffel Van Dorn up to P13. He's doing quite well. Jolyon Palmer, sorry, 1 place outside the top 10 at the moment. Sebastian Vettel, he's already made 3 stops in this Grand Prix, and he is the last of the current runners. So, and we've also got his teammate has retired. Fernando Alonso, you know, for realism, has also retired from the Grand Prix, as well as Kvyat and Magnussen. So, 2 other culprits for crashing out. So, yeah, this race has actually been, apart from Raikkonen and, well, Ferrari can't actually, you know, give cars spark plugs, so it's realistic so far this race, apart from Bottas winning. Although he did win Abu Dhabi, so I don't know why I'm saying that. And the gap to Grosjean has once again come down a bit. Using all the exit curve that time. Using quite a straight little run out. Probably not perfect, but don't think it would cost me that much. Sebastian Vettel, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Oh, hello. So we're pulling away a little bit from Massa, so we don't need to worry about him for now. Oh, I'm butchering it now. How well are the tyres doing? Tyres are on about 20%. Don't know really how long we've been on them, to be honest. I'd like to take them to the end, but we shall wait and see. I might have to try and go quick right at the very end of the Grand Prix. $25 laps to go. So we're over halfway through the Grand Prix. I think we're starting to be his engineer, and he types and reads at corners, but not making mistakes. You're better than F1 drivers. I'm certainly not, but yeah. I can just about sort of read through the corners. Luckily in the real world I don't text and drive, so it's basically death waiting to happen. Oh, look again. Oh, hello! Oh! Ah! Once again, I've predicted when people want to know what lap it is. Fai Shifo, unfortunately I don't know what that language is or what that means, unfortunately, or I wouldn't respond to something. Sorry, Rubens. Oh! Marcus Ericsson out. Safety car. Yes! Yes! Right, we're going to pit now. I think what we're going to do, please. Yes, right, what we're going to do. This is the ultimate strategy, lads. Ericsson's out. We're down to 15. Teammate in the pits. What we're going to do, we're going to pit onto a set of the soft tyres and take them right through to the very end. Perfect timing for myself. Good chance to save a bit of fuel as well. This couldn't have come at much more of a better time. And there is poor Ericsson stranded. 5 retirements in basically the first half of this Grand Prix. That's not... It's a race of... Well, the first round of the season as well was a race of attrition, in all honesty. We only had 15 finishes then. This is our third safety car of sorts, this Grand Prix as well. Into the pits we must go. There's no ultra softs around China, unfortunately. Luckily we haven't been held up as well by anyone. So this has really put me back in the race. Everyone obviously making pit stops. Could we challenge for another podium? Everyone else now is in the same boat as me, and my pace was better than a lot of drivers on this compound when they were on the supers. Or it was equal to. So this could be an absolute blessing. Am I going to be saved once again by safety cars? In Pro Season mode. Can we make it 2 from 2? Why is there a safety car there? I'm past safety car. That's alright then. Thought the safety car binned it then or something. I don't know. Safety car could bin it at Kota, so we'll have to watch out for that when we get there. So I want to save a bit of fuel as well, though. And rain is suspected at the end. Yes, it is. We've actually, yeah, we've got to remember about that. The rain is meant to be coming right towards the very end of the race. Let's have a look at that. So no rain expected for the time being, but we've still got another, what, 40 minutes of racing. So, supers I don't think can get through 25 laps. That's sort of why I've opted to go on a set and another set of the softs, and also the fact I did feel these softs are actually pretty decent, so... I thought might have finished. I'm not 100% sure what you mean there, but Pro Season mode's still a long way to go in this race. Ah, Tokyo Drift. Just hear the back end absolutely break away. Hopefully no penalty for falling too far too back. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully no penalty for falling too far back, like I'm actually words, but yeah, hopefully we don't end up with that. I've never really had that glitch, so hopefully... Well, I've just jinxed it for myself by saying that, 100%, but yeah. I'm actually going to be behind the safety car for many laps at this rate. Don't know where the safety car queue is though. Is that the safety car queue down the end of this straight? I saw a couple of specs, I think it is. So we have got up to the safety car. The live stream, no, there's still probably, what, another good 45 minutes left of this stream. We're already near, well, we're close to the 2 hour mark. I think we should probably break 2.5 hours. This will be one of my longer live streams that I've done in recent times. Probably, I reckon, yeah, we'll probably meet the 2.5 hour mark this stream. But yeah, still a long way to go. Luckily, this is also a good chance to save some fuel. Do need to remember to keep short shifting though. I feel like I did see the safety car queue, and now that I think my eyes were tricking me. I can't imagine we're too far behind. But it would be nice to see it at some point. Still no sign. It's coming in this lap, though we may have a bit of an issue. Actually, the safety car in Pro Season mode does tend to stay out just that bit longer. Can't see the safety car! Where is everyone? Me and Felipe Massa have done like, what, 3 racing laps so far since pitting. We still haven't caught them up. Still no sign of that queue, actually. I think they're going out the final corner. There it is. That definitely is it going through Till 1. Phone only has 32%. Hoping it'll last till last lap. Put it on charge! Put it on charge! Can't guarantee anything. You gotta remember how slow I am. This could be a very good second half of this race. I would not want to miss it. If I were you, this could get very spicy. As, oh, there's so much lap traffic! Oh, look at that! Oh, that's not nice. We're right behind Grosjean though, but there is a lot of lapped cars to navigate. What's that, sort of 3 or 4? I think. Perez is, like, yeah, and Jeff's going to go drunk again about me trying to gain illegal overtakes. I think, apart from the Mercedes though, that is literally the Haas, the Force India, and the Red Bull ahead of me though. So we know we can set my sights on. Oh, Grosjean, the brake check. Make sure your brakes still work, are you, buddy? So we got to watch for that. If we get hustled the Mercedes, though, that'd be quite ridiculous. But the lap cars will probably be a pain. Thought I said that. How long's left then? "20 laps to go of the Chinese Grand Prix. And we are challenging, I feel, for a podium. What can we do? Massa is trying to insert his front wing inside me. This is... I think that goes against some regulations in the FIA, buddy. I'd prefer you didn't do that. I can stop ghosting, that might be ideal. Hamilton will probably bolt as he exits the final corner. He's probably got a bit of lap traffic to help him out. Resume to begin racing. Oh, Massa! That's a dirty... illegal overtake? Still... So, great. I've lost out 2 places because Massa is a cheat. Lovely! Oh well, nothing we can do now. Got to try and make the positions back. 20 lap sprint to the line. The Toro Rosso tucks back in. Can't have a look down the inside there, but we will through the second part of the corner. Double overtake. Let's go for it. Oh! Contact between the Toro Rosso and the Force India behind. Just saw that in my rearview mirror. And now we've got to find our way through all this lap traffic and I hope that it sort of helps me more than anyone else. Dive it down the inside of the McLaren. Next up, we've actually got a car to race for position. Massa trying to beat Vettel, certainly. That was very cheeky by him, and unfortunately, the way this game's ghosting system works, it allowed it. Which cost me, but we're already back up into my rightful position. So you've got to try and carry on, but that potentially has cost me a lot. Oh, Grosjean's been taken out by a lapped car. Oh, what is that? Oh, what is Pascal Wehrlein even? What's he doing? Completely ruined Romain Grosjean. He complains a lot, and rightfully so in that situation. Moves me up into P5, but Romain Grosjean must be angry as for that one. That is ridiculous. Hello, Mini Dude and Omni 8. You have come at just the right time. In what is turning out to be a controversial Grand Prix. I think that's a Renault getting in the way of my teammate Verstappen as well. This is getting fiery. What is going on in the Chinese Grand Prix? We had a couple of incidents like this at Australia. Last time out with lapped cars being a bit bizarre. Hamilton's back up into the lead of the Grand Prix. Grosjean is getting very, very feisty with the Williams behind me, it seems. And we need to desperately close up on Sergio Perez. Now that got spicy all of a sudden. That could have easily been my front wing gone if Grosjean had span into me. Oh, green flags, what's going on now? Who else is retired from the race? Hopefully this Sauber doesn't make as much of a mess of it. No, that's not a Sauber, that's Lance Stroll, I think. Oh, this is getting spicy. Romain Grosjean, yeah, having a bit of an issue with lapped cars there. No one wants to lose out at any time during those periods. 19 laps to go. This is getting feisty. We need to try and get... We're up to P4. When did we make P4? Is Valtteri Bottas out of the Grand Prix? What's going on? We're up to P4 though, I'm not complaining. Does Bottas pit? What's... I don't know. Nothing's popped up. We'll carry on racing for now. I'm in a good rhythm, so I'm not going to complain, but we could be looking at P2. Roman crashed again, though. We spoke for about 5 minutes about how good he was doing so far this race, and now look. Oh my Williams brake technique. Can you let me through, please? Is he actually going to let me through? We're going to commit to the inside. Not the ideal place to be doing it. Oh, we've run wide. We've passed another car. Now we need to jump Sergio Perez. Let's bring it back down into standard. Bottas pit. I think Bottas, that does seem to be. I think that's our safest bet, because it did say Hamilton has retaken the lead. So I presume Bottas is going to completely bottle his strategy. Which does mean, theoretically, if I can jump Verstappen in this Grand Prix, and depending on where Bottas finishes, we could be top of the championship. But we shall wait and see. I need to try and get past this Renault first. And then pass my teammate Verstappen, ideally, as well. Let's use that slipstream. No DRS just yet, unfortunately, but Palmer makes it easy. And we're over to P3. What is going on? I mean, I doubt we were racing... Well, I'll be surprised if we were racing Palmer for position. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm going to have to check Race Director there. What is going on? Hamilton and Bottas have both pit in this Grand Prix. No idea why. My teammate Max Verstappen, therefore, leads the race with Sergio Perez P2 and myself in P3. This is carnage. I have no idea. Mercedes strategies have fallen through, as I can really butcher the final chicane, the final corner even. Mercedes strategists have clearly, I don't know what they've been putting on their cornflakes, but it's not doing them any good in this Grand Prix. But could Red Bull get a 1-2 this race? Even, potentially, depending on what my pace is like, could we hassle my teammate Max Verstappen for the race win? We shall wait and see. There's still, what, like 16 laps to go. So plenty can happen, but first of all, I want to get into P2. There is Max Verstappen. I don't want to speak too soon, but we could be looking quite good. Let's just try and keep the pace, keep the rhythm. Question what Mercedes have smoked that's opted them to go on that sort of strategy. And let's just keep going. But it's looking quite likely at the moment like we could get my second podium in a row in this season. Use the rich revs down the straight. Give me anything against Sergio Perez. Hamilton, we've run the numbers. Yeah, that is certainly what Mercedes have done there. We've run the numbers, and we think it's best that you pit in now 3 more times before the end of the Grand Prix, because Mercedes OP. .4 behind Verstappen. Trying to use my rich revs a bit periodically at the moment. I've got to remember we have got a 3-second time penalty though, so if we do jump Verstappen, we just need to gap him, which is a very different question. Dirty air through there really does cost you. Come on, keep the car. Keep that front end gripped in. Could this be the lap we jump Perez? We should wait and see. That's not going to help the case. This could be promising, but still a long way to go. We should have the DRS now, but we've got a terrible run. Oh, Perez has butchered his run though. Oh, that is wonderful for me. With the DRS, hopefully. Could we make the move on Sergio Perez? We've got the DRS now. Engage. Throttle. Overdrive. Mercedes power unit. Dive bombs. Park it on the... Oh no, we completely butchered that. Oh well, we get a second crack at it down the front straight. Potentially through turn 1. Try and slot the car down the inside. We've done it. We've gone for the move. Sergio Perez is backed out quite early as well there. Fair play to him. Accepted the line was quicker, and now we have got one Max Verstappen. Although we might have to watch Perez behind still. Even with that squabbling, we haven't lost out any time. $14 laps to go. I need to make sure Perez, it doesn't end up too close to be able to attack back at me though. First of all. Hopefully he makes the same mistake again. Oh, he does run wide. Oh, I think Perez is going to be too far back. That is perfect for me. 3 seconds, it's a joke, an absolute joke. That is certainly it. I had a 3-second penalty for extending the final corner, unfortunately. Oh, the gap's going up though. Verstappen really brought the pace where it matters. It's the real question. We're going to have to push to the absolute limit. Sebastian Vettel is making inroads on everyone else, but it's certainly going to be too little too late, and he's nearly half a lap behind. That traffic could help me out as well, though, potentially. There's blue flags everywhere, not really too sure why. Yeah, oh, Verstappen just bringing out the pace. Can't afford to give in just yet, though. That's just how hard I'm pushing. Completely have to straighten the car out when we're going around a long right-hand corner. Why fight for the championship? I don't know, this is second place. What do you reckon? Honestly, if the luck keeps going the way it is for myself and Verstappen at the moment, we could definitely be within a shot. But certainly a long way to go in this season. We'll see how the upgrades go on this car as well. But I see no reason why not. If the race finished right now, I presume we'd be second overall in the championship, behind Verstappen by 10 points. Check the weather, I will do that just as I exit this corner. Oh, I click on. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected, that's alright then. I'll actually click on the right option this time. Oh, could that really be the final little twist in this Chinese Grand Prix? Rain is expected right at the very end. It's like, what, 12 laps to go? Max is pulling away from me though at the moment, unfortunately. 11 laps to go. Rain expected in about 10 minutes. And there's about 15 minutes of racing. Unless Verstappen really struggles. Or gambles it on a set the Inters. I think it's looking like his race victory here, unfortunately. And for all I know, this could be the closest we come to a race win all season. It's a bit sad to say, but we never know what might happen. My race pace is a lot stronger, but my qualifying pace really seems to lag against a lot of people. I'll read that message in a second, Zanika. Ah! Understeer, understeer, understeer. No, 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 no. I need to fill out the gap to Perez behind still. I just wanted to tell you, I didn't sleep just to watch this, but I'm already asleep. Well, hopefully this is keeping you awake. You know, this is getting very, very tense towards the end. But, yeah, hopefully we can have a good little climax, and then we can all go to bed happy. I'm starting to feel the strain, I'm not gonna lie. Ah! But still a few laps to go. Actually, what I am going to do in a second is just open my window a bit. Let a bit of air in. My PC could potentially crash and I don't want that. Right, what we'll do then quickly, if you give me a split second. What we shall do, open the window. Ow. Open my windows, let a little bit of air in. Keep me cool as well. Keep me cool and concentrated. The weather is meant to get the weather's meant to get a bit dirty very soon. We have got 8 laps left of this Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. Basically gonna have to run it in standard now between now and the end. That'll put through all my rich revs. I've just gotta hope that Verstappen or the rain really doesn't savour him. Savour him? I'm not gonna eat him, am I? Depends. If it takes me out though, I might. The rain really doesn't help him, I think was the words I was looking for there. If Verstappen now is involved in some weird eating murder mystery, then I know where the cops are going to come looking first. So if this race was 56, if we had 56 laps left of this race, then we could potentially close Max. But unfortunately, we've had 56 laps. Can you imagine how different this race could have been if I hadn't had that drive-through, though? That's what I really think at moments like now. What could have been? Seven laps to go, though. And a nice friendly reminder that the car still wants to kill me. You know, let that back end kick out, wake me up a bit. Let's see if that rain comes. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. How long is the rain? 10 minutes time, it's going to be a race between us and the rain then. Unless if Verstappen had issues now, I don't know whether to be happy or not. Jamie, I'm on lap 49 of the Grand Prix. Alonso's engineers save fuel. I don't want to. Got bigger problems right now. Well, Alonso doesn't... Well, he has many problems right now because he's been out the Grand Prix since about lap 6, but yeah. We're still actually using a bit more fuel, which isn't ideal. We'll have to monitor that. Driving like this, we're looking like amateurs. Well, Red Bull are currently looking like a 1-2 is not only on the cards, but highly probable. After a 2-3 last race, a 1-2 would really be ideal. Soon, Ferrari are, well, they're going to be scoring minimal points here again. Mercedes aren't, well, they should have had the 1-2 in the bag, but their race engineers have been smoking some weird stuff, so they're certainly, they've ruined that one. But I sort of do want to beat the rain, in all honesty. Oh, I just hear the understeer through there. It would be sort of ideal for me if Verstappen's engineer decided to smoke some of the same stuff Mercedes have been. Hit him in, put me in the lead. Yeah, if we hadn't been... I reckon if Felipe Massa and have knocked me up at that end of the safety car period, then we could have potentially been looking at it. Save a bit of fuel though. Make sure we're comfortable. Ah. Let's see what I've got. What, 5-6 laps to go now? Max is starting to pull away now. Starting to just get into a groove. Just got to try and monitor the gap to Perez. Six laps left. The rain. Rain in 5 minutes. Oh, this is getting tight. Oh, come on. The rain is looming once more in this Chinese Grand Prix. And we can only hope it knobs up Verstappen. Depends. I don't know whether I want Verstappen to do well here or not, because I sort of want to win this race, but I sort of want to, you know, be still looking good in the constructors. If Verstappen and I swap positions, I would be top of the championship. Now I can afford to leave it in standard right through to the end. I think Perez has closed in on the Emerson Strider. Don't think there'll be much celebration over across the line, because that gap's probably a little bit too close to gamble. Oh, he's fighting with someone. Oh god, who's that? Let's have a look on the... Please don't say that's Mercedes or we are oh no! Oh, Valtteri Bottas' strategy might actually be working now. Oh, right, we're going to have to push like hell. Oh no. Not what we need. Perez, hold him up as for all you're worth. 5 laps to go now. Valtteri Bottas is on the set of the Super Softs. His tyres could fade out at any moment. But what I need is Kimi Raikkonen's engineer to keep me updated on the gaps. Oh, he was just about to tell me something about the rain then. Oh, I don't want to lose this podium now to Mercedes. Oh, and they're both right there as well. Oh, this is the hunt down now. Oh, so we've got the rain inbound. We've got my penalty looming. We've got Mercedes closing. We've got Verstappen pulling away. What is going to go on? What is... Are we actually having a good Chinese Grand Prix? Is it we actually having an exciting Chinese race? Don't want to be doing that. What I need is Bottas' tyres to die and for him to hold up Hamilton. Ah, it's below 3 as well. Please, Bottas, tyres fade. Perez definitely deserved the podium today. He did very, very well. We are pushing to the absolute limit. 4 laps to go. A lap round here is about 1 minute 40. It's about 1.6 minutes in decimals. Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh, it's been a bottle. Try and get the grass off the tyres. Just coasted out that bit too wide. Oh, that's put Bottas right behind me. Oh no! The bottles are coming out now. I've been saying I don't want to go anywhere near that grass all race long. With 4 laps to go. Is it all going to go up? Is it all going to go on his head? I sort of want to come P2 on track anyway. By the end, that'll be an achievement in itself. But, that Mercedes, quicker car, quicker tyres, fresher tyres, and a huge whopping straight. Ah! Bottas makes a mistake though, onto the back straight, which is reassuring for me. Oh, the bottles! The bottles are coming out. Oh, the Mercedes are fighting, yes! Come on, do that please, more. Fight and cost each other many times. Oh, Hamilton giving Bottas no room. Oh, I've completely cut that. Oh no! Oh, it's another penalty. Oh no! Oh, this is... Oh, it's all going wrong now. P4 might... P5 even might be all we're able to get. Oh no! Oh, we're just... Everything is going wrong. Everything right at the end. Hamilton is all over my gearbox now. Oh, this is a bottle if ever I've witnessed one. Oh, what is going wrong? Oh, this is leaving me sour. I'm not gonna lie, I've got Hamilton all over my back end. I'm gonna do everything within my power to defend from that with about, what, 2-3 laps to go. This is all going wrong. Look at that straight line speed by Hamilton. I'm locking up the front tyres into the corners now. Ah, wrong line. Hopefully the AI do it as well. Yes, they do. Hamilton, no, he hasn't. Hamilton hasn't run wide. Bottas has made the mistake again. I'm going to go heavily defensive down this straight. Luckily, we've got a bit of rich revs to try and defend from Lewis Hamilton, but there's nothing you can do about the Mercedes powering to brake as late as I possibly dare. Keep it parked on at the apex there. Squeeze him out wide on the exit. 2 laps to go of this Chinese Grand Prix. Oh, don't get a warning that time round. 15 penalty points for that instant blacklist, I think so. Yeah, come on, Bottas. Take each other out. Take each other out. Do a Nico Rosberg. Oh, they've made contact. Oh, I want to look behind, but I shouldn't. Oh, I'm really binned it myself. Oh, they're still side by side behind me, Mercedes. What is happening? This race is one of the best I've ever had, I think, on F1 2017. What is going on? I need to concentrate on my own car, but Mercedes letting their drivers race at the moment, and we need to abuse the opportunity to run like hell. Whilst they're still side by side in the rain now. It's starting to fall as well with, what, less than 2 laps to go. About 2 minutes left of the second round of the Formula 1 season, and what is going on here today? I'm trying to just keep this car on the island. It's starting to rain quite heavily as well, actually. Very, very quick. As we just try and keep the car on the road. One final lap. Oh, find the back end. Absolutely everywhere on the exit there. Hamilton doesn't make the mistake once more there. And what is going on? We may even win this 20 laps ago, yep, and I've entirely bottled it since then. There is no denying that. I'm going to brake a little bit earlier in the rain. Oh, we've locked up a tree. Oh, no, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Look at that, I'm taking chunks out of the steering wheel to keep the car facing the right direction. Ah! DRS disabled, 1 lap to go. Hamilton looks to the inside, I completely block him off. What is going on? Ah! No, run wide, no, keep off the grass, keep off the grass. Oh, yes. Oh, Bottas has dived it. Bottas has spun. Oh, no. It's all gone wrong for Valtteri Bottas right at the end. There is no grip. It has absolutely bucketed it down at the end of the Chinese Grand Prix. What is going on? Hamilton is completely slowed down behind me here. It is absolutely bucketed. I've completely ran wide at the hairpin. What is going on? Come on, I could actually pull out a bit of a gap if I can keep the power down. Oh, no turning whatsoever through the S section there. Everyone, Hamilton's nearly been behind me. What is going on? Come on, get the car turned in. Ah! Just having to take chunks at the steering wheel. This has completely come at exactly the wrong moment, but Hamilton's struggling way more than I am. We're just a few corners to go of the Chinese Grand Prix. We're just trying to keep the power in at any given opportunity. Use the lean revs to help me. Oh, look at this, can't even put the power down. Oh, oh, we've dropped 16 seconds in this lap alone. What is going on to finish this Grand Prix? How early are we going to have to brake down to the hairpin? This is the real question. Going to brake well before the 150 metre board just so I get the car slowed down. Hamilton's completely locked up and ran straight off. Verstappen, though, has won the Chinese Grand Prix. What has this race been? Absolutely crazy. We can't even keep it on the road through the final corner there, but we're going to come through. P2 on the road, P5 after the penalties. Oh my lord. What was that? Crofty would certainly have a heart attack at that one. Oh my lord. Oh, that finish was pretty good. You don't get many races like that on F1, I think we could say. Verstappen, though, comes through to win the Grand Prix. Gutting heartbreak for myself after all of that. But unfortunately, the two penalties we got.
Was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the.
Sergio Perez, though, I think did actually get P2 in the end. No idea how he managed that.
It highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hound on the wheel.
Crazy.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way.
Verstappen, though, happy to win the race. Sergio Perez gets a podium. Very, very well done to him as well. It's another trophy.
Another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
Verstappen, though, ecstatic with that result. He'll be in the lead of the Drivers' Championship. I think we could be P3? I think we're P3 overall. So it's between him and Valtteri Bottas at the moment, but I'm still waiting in at the wings. But yeah, that race just went everything happened.
So then,
right at the
it's
very
time
end.
to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship.
100 minutes once again there. And if we didn't get that second one, we would have got P4.
Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was
a
your
bit of
driver of the day?
Right
Felipe Massa. For me, that was an outstanding
Felipe Massa did do very well
every bit of his
to come from P12
experience
on the grid.
Now let's take a look
but
at the
Verstappen, though,
standing.
wins the Grand Prix.
Have extended their lead
Lewis
over
Hamilton
the
at P2.
Another team that
Sergio Perez
today was
P3.
Williams,
Valtteri Bottas
who make
4th.
further progress up the
Myself
table.
P5, a little bit gutted with that result in the end. Jolyon Palmer 10 seconds worth of penalties. No idea what was happening to him right there. But Felipe Massa 6th, Hulkenberg 7th, Grosjean 8th, Ocon 9th, Carlos Sainz in P10. Jolyon Palmer 11th. Sebastian Vettel not able to score points after all that controversy at the start. Lance Stroll 13th. Pascal Wehrlein 14th. Stoffel Vandoorne 15th. Marcus Ericsson, Kevin Magnussen, Danny Kvyat, Kimi Räikkönen, and Fernando Alonso all retired from that race. But we're third overall there. We're up to 25 points there. So Verstappen leads the way with Bottas just behind him, myself in P3 with Hamilton 4th. Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon, look at that. P5 and P6 doing a very, very good job. Romain Grosjean, even after that crash with the back marker, still up in P7, tied with Nico Hülkenberg there. Jolyon Palmer is right behind Sebastian Vettel, and I think Kimi Räikkönen is last overall in the standings. That is certainly not looking too good for him. Only, what, 13 drivers have scored after the first 2 races there. That has been absolutely crazy once more. We currently lead the Constructors by 13 points over Mercedes, with Ferrari P8 overall, which really does say it all. They're behind Williams. Renault up in P4, doing very, very well there with less than half the points of Force India ahead of them. That was an absolutely... Well, that final lap was one of the funniest final laps I think I've ever had on a Formula 1 game. That rain just came down. It nearly saved me, in all fairness. Oh, so nearly. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be right at the very end of that race. But if you get penalties at China, I'm looking forward to Russia. That race will not be a particularly good one. But hopefully, you know, you guys have enjoyed this stream. Please do smash that like button if you enjoyed that race. We've had 2 crazy races to start off Pro Season Mode. I can't look forward to Bahrain next up enough. Actually, a track that, you know, I'm a fair fan of as well. Hopefully should do alright with the Renault, obviously in the middle sector. But that, what a race once again. There are 10 infractions incurred over the course of that race. Not exactly perfect. I think Verstappen should be mugging me off as well in the rivalry there. But teams, hopefully, might be a little bit interested. No, they are not. Sauber's still, you know, looking interested. Ferrari as well. And Williams, you know, all thinking about potentially looking into me in the future. But there we are. Oh, there we are. It is finally done. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for the Bahrain Grand Prix.